Mike, turn your games down.
Hi, everyone. Episode 339 of Games My Mom Found. I am Mike Albertin, and who's doing drugs with me tonight?
This is Joe Larrey, and guys, I'm worried about Mario, man. He's really hitting those Wonder Flowers pretty hard.
You should hit that Wonder Flower really hard. I hate that thing.
Alyssa.
We got Alyssa over here.
Oh, that's us. Hi, it's Trey and Jess here. I was gonna say hi. I'm Trey. Silence the Flower Johnson.
I'm Jess, and I want to be cake.
So we are here to talk about a game that I have never played before and only is on the show for a very random ass reason. We're here to talk about Super Mario Brothers Wonder, developed by Nintendo EPD, published by Nintendo, and came out in 2023 for the Switch.
Why are we talking about this game now?
Yeah. What is your weird reason?
My son I bought this game for my son when it came out in 2023 because he loves Mario games. And then in December of 2024, I'm like, hey, what do you want me to get you for Christmas? I'll buy you a new game. He's like, I want you to get me Wonder again. He's like, I lost it and I can't find it. I'm like, are you sure? He's like, yeah. So I buy him Wonder, and then he finds it, and then so I see he has 2 copies. So I took his Wonder and then bought him the new Mario and Luigi game. I forget what the hell it's called. The last one that came out.
Oh, Brotherhood.
Brotherhood.
Yes, I bought him that, and he loved that. So Brothership, something like that.
Yeah, because they're on a ship. It's like boat related, right?
Oh, I don't know. I never play. I just know that I had to help him with a part, and it was annoying. That's all I know. So I took the Wonder copy. I'm like, here, so I'm going to play this finally. And that's how Wonder ended up on the show 6 months later, almost 7 months later.
Ta-da!
Yeah, I always wonder how you get to the Wonder. I always wonder how you get to them. If it's people on the Discord or comments or I don't know, or you're just like, I want to play this one. I don't know.
The main show is I just want to play stuff. The side stuff, I'm trying to do a lot of like suggestions more. Like trying to do a lot of more movie suggestions and trying to do some like mini games or shorter games as suggestions. The main episodes, it varies. That's more just what I want to play.
I'm glad you wanted to play this because Trey and I almost beat it when it came out, and then we got bored or distracted, and we never would have beat it without you. So thank you.
That's true. Yeah.
My only
get off the list,
and we even started from the beginning. We didn't start from where we were, even though we only had like one world left or whatever.
Yeah,
we would have been harder. Beginning, we played it like every day for like 5 days, and we made it through like what 4?
Yeah, like a week. We beat it in like a week. Yeah.
So. We just made
the only thing I knew about this game before going in was Nintendo Main talking about it and how I think all 3 hosts didn't finish it.
Oh no, John and Jeremy finished it really.
Oh, they did? Okay.
I did not. I was not. I was actually not. I wasn't that hot on it.
I think it's because we were playing it together, and so we both had to be home at the same time.
Yeah.
And finding us both home at the same time is a difficult feat. So we just kind of lost our steam.
It's hard playing co-op games in general. I don't do it at all if I can help it. So
yeah, I was going to say, are we the only ones that got to play it co-op? Did either of you? Did anybody else play it?
I played co-op.
Aw,
I did not.
I liked it co-op because we never. I think we only actually like died really like maybe 2 or 3 times. Because if you play co-op, if one of you dies, the other one can revive you. So as long as somebody, stays in it, you can kind of tag team your way through everything. And it meant that we didn't really have to replay boards very often.
Yeah, it was
that's
nice
good.
With the ghost thing, one of you becomes a ghost and you get like 10 seconds to find the other one.
I feel like that works well if you guys are both good at Mario games. My partner in crime, when I was playing with him, he is not the best at Mario games. So it was a little difficult in some levels. I'm like, I'm just going to do this on my own.
Yeah, that's exactly how we took to it too. Like, hey, you're doing this. You're doing so great at this level. Just go. Like, bring me back to life often enough that if you die, somebody will be in the game long enough to bring you back to life. But like, you got this, buddy. Especially for those like badge challenges where it's whatever, run, jump fast, number 3. You really kind of can't wait for someone else. So if you're doing good, go.
I like those.
Go for
it.
The badge ones? Well, I mean, it depends on what it is. Some of them were more fun than others.
They're fast. I mean, I think we can say that about every single level in this game. Like, it sure was over.
They're very fast.
quickly.
Yeah. They're very fast.
If you didn't like it, you only had to endure it for about 2.5 minutes
It's
because
not-
then
it's
it
not
was
very long.
over.
Yeah.
That was nice. I mean, I didn't know I needed a game like this until I started playing the game on the show in 2 weeks, Red Dead 2, and I'm like, man, I really did need a game like this. So,
Long one.
Yeah, it's real ADD friendly.
oh, it was. So, Joe, what is your history with this game?
This is actually my first time playing it. I mean, I picked this game up at launch, was super excited to play it. I think I was playing something else at the time, and I just never went back. Just got lost in the back, my giant pile backlog. And then the opportunity came up for the review list, and it gave me an excuse to finally pull it out and play it. And I'm really happy I did, because I'm a big fan of the 2D Mario games. They've always appealed to me a little bit more than the 3D ones.
Same.
Yeah.
Which I did not realize that was true, but it's true. Alyssa, what about you? What's your history with Wonder?
This is also my first time playing it, but I love all Mario games, so I've played, all the Mario games that have been out. And this one looked, because I feel like some of the other Mario games that they did were all kind of similar. Like they did the, Mario Bros. Like for the Wii U, and then they almost like remastered it for the Switch. And I was excited for this one because it seemed a lot different from like your typical multiplayer Mario game.
Agreed.
It's very different, and way different than I expected.
Our did we? I guess we kind of talked about it earlier, but our history we got it when it came out, and for me, I remember it came out like right after Sonic Superstars, and I kind of just liked that game better at the time, so I went back to it and beat that one and didn't beat the Mario one, like single player.
For me, I love like Super Mario World is probably my favorite game of all time. And this was just a little more manic than that. I think that one's a little more focused. I love 2D games. I have a hard time with 3D games, so I was really excited about this. And I agree that like Super Mario U was kind of a snooze, so I was excited about this one. And I loved all the different mechanics of it, but in the same way, I just kind of wished it was a little bit more focused.
Yeah, I felt like it was it seemed unfinished in some areas, because like some like worlds just end with no boss. It's just like, here's your seed. It's like, okay. It kind of reminded me of like The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, where they only had so much space on the disc. It's like, well, there's not a dungeon here. Here's your treasure. It's like, it kind of felt like that, where it's like, well, we didn't want to figure out another form of Bowser dressed as Ballsack from Guar, where you have to fight him. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with the band Guar, but I always thought that when Bowser Jr. puts his mask on with the big claws, he looks like the Ballsack killer jaws of death from the band Guar.
I only know Guar for a very odd reason. A woman that I was somewhat dating, her husband was a big fan of Guar. So.
I'll say, was he a member? Because I know they had a lot of band members.
No, Guar is awesome. Side note, like if you ever get a chance to see Guar, like wear a white t-shirt and go stand in the front row. You're going to get covered with like slime and muck, and you're going to have the most fun you've ever had in your life.
Yeah.
I
don't like any concerts much.
It's kind of like, I mean, it's kind of like watching a live Godzilla movie on stage.
Yeah.
But every
it's performance art,
like every
metal.
creature will get decapitated or will get something cut off in some way, and they will all spew blood on the.
It's
crowd.
awesome.
and it's always super like, super
It's
topical
great.
and all that. Like
yeah, they're very political.
Like I saw Trump and Hillary and Bernie get killed at the Guar shows, and all sorts of different people showed up.
But anyways, Bowser Jr. does look like
but look
a
at
member of
Ballsack.
Guar.
Look at Ballsack, the killer jaws of death. Like
I think I need to make sure I add the other parts to that. Or if I do a Google search, I'll be very upset.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, his face is like only teeth. So like, how like Bowser Jr. like has the mask,
the metal teeth,
where his face looks really big. Like he reminds me of the guy.
Okay.
But on that note, I wish there was a little bit more bosses other than just Bowser Jr. all the time, or sometimes
or
none.
Stepping on the head of.
That I thought was going to be cool.
Yeah.
But they don't do anything with it.
No, I think it's supposed to be a nod to like original Mario, right? Jumping over Bowser and landing on the axe. Like I think it's supposed to be a nod to that. But it, we've come so far since then. It's like 40 years. So, come on.
My issue.
I just want a little more challenge.
The problem with it is it doesn't change a whole lot. Like they'll add like a few more enemies on the screen towards it. But I'm like, okay, but you still literally just run and hit it and it's no issue. And I'm like, this is cool, but I need more.
There should have been a boss or something. Yeah, it's like, here's the button and it's done. It's like,
Yeah, like I thought it'd be more than one time you have to hit it. No, just one. What were you gonna
Right.
say, Joe?
Oh no, I was just agreeing with you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like they added like a lot of Easter eggs though in there, like the little boards where it has the little music notes. Like I heard a song from Super Mario Sunshine, and then there was another one from like I want to say it was Super Mario 3. Like like they were putting little Easter eggs throughout the game.
Absolutely. I think you're totally right. And especially with all the enemies, like a lot of the enemies, you're like, oh, I remember this enemy from Mario 2. And there's like a floaty jump that you do that you're like, oh, this jump is like the princess jump from Mario 2. Like there are definitely nods to all the games in there for sure.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, there's one of the badges like with the floaty legs, like Luigi, where it's like.
That's the sound it makes in my head.
I was going to ask everybody, like, number one, what characters did you use for the game?
Oh yeah.
There's 10 different characters, but half of them are like baby mode characters, whatever. So we didn't really. That's a whole nother thing.
Well, the first question I want to ask you guys is, who do you think I played as?
Mario.
You probably played as one of the E characters.
Luigi.
It was Luigi. Luigi became my guy.
I played as Luigi also.
I also played as Luigi.
I knew somebody would say that I played as Easy because that's me. So I had to make sure to ask. I thought about it, but then when it said no power ups, I'm like, oh,
yeah, what a
power
bummer.
up.
I definitely would have played as a Yosh because I always, I love a Yosh.
Same.
But I played as the princess because I couldn't be a Yoshi.
Yeah,
she play different.
No,
we were
None of them
really
play different. I don't believe.
no.
Oh, that's bullshit.
They all play the same except for like the Yoshis and the Nabbit, which is like, what if you want to play as a Yoshi? Like I said, Yoshi's kind of like is like kid mode or whatever. Why can't there be a Yoshi that can get power ups? Maybe if you just want to play as
It was
Yoshi
a bummer.
and you don't want to be
it just
limited.
felt like they didn't want to animate a elephant Yoshi.
Yeah, I want to hear Yoshi say "Wow,
it was
Zowie."
sad to me.
Yeah, I was pretty upset about that too because I was excited when I saw like the Yoshis on there, and then when I saw that they don't get power ups, I'm like, come on.
Yeah, because I'll play as Yoshi in like Mario Kart or Mario Party. Sometimes Yoshi's kind of a default character of mine, and especially because they had so many colors, it was exciting. But nope, had to play as a princess.
He's my favorite character too in Mario in general. Like I really like Yoshi, so I was bummed too because I went right for a blue Yoshi because I like blue Yoshi.
Yeah,
I like Boshi too, but he's not in here.
Boshi, yeah, just give him sunglasses.
Yeah, right.
Sunglasses and a bad attitude.
What is that Nabbit thing from? Is he from a different other games? I did not recognize him.
He's from the last Super Mario Bros. Game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he made appearances in the new Super Mario Bros. Ones.
Okay, because I was
he's in like everything now. He was in Mario Kart World.
Okay. I don't play many Mario games.
Is he a fighting guy? Is he in the fighting game?
Oh, Smash Brothers?
Yeah.
No, he's a sticker or something.
Oh yeah, there's probably a reference to him as a character.
It refers everything, isn't there, in Smash?
100%.
Pretty much, yeah.
Probably one of them.
Yeah, there's probably a reference to me in there.
If you made a character.
No, just kidding.
If you made a Mii fighter, it could be in there.
I haven't played a Smash game in years.
Yeah, no, it's not for me.
I don't think it's for me either.
I played the last one. The single player was fun. Did any of you guys leave your flower on or on in English? I always change the yapping annoying flower that's like, hey,
you're doing great.
Blah blah blah, blah whatever.
I didn't know I could change it.
Onward and
I
upward.
love that.
Yeah, we put ours into Japanese, which was awesome.
I changed it to Japanese. I remember
I didn't know you can do that.
you can completely shut it up too. Which is like most of the time when there's an annoying English character or just annoying English dialogue at all, I'll just switch it to Japanese if I can, or just in general because I like the Japanese stuff better.
I don't know. Flower didn't bother me too much, but I also didn't really pay attention to it. I mean, also this game didn't always hear everything the game was saying, so there was that too.
Right,
Did you play with the sound on?
Off and on. Sound goes off the more I die.
I thought they were fun in some areas. Like I remember one of the winter boards, you're on like this giant snowball that's rolling, and the little flowers like, oh my gosh, because it scares the guy.
Yeah, I like
most of the time
to stuff, or like it would say like, or if you like got it out of the ice or whatever, it'd be like, oh my god, like thanks for saving me or whatever. But once I watched the trailer for that and it was like onward and upward, I'm like, oh my god, it's no way I'm playing with that flower on. Like,
it was
no
good
way.
in Japanese.
I think John changed it to like Dutch or something like that because it sounded fun.
It has like 20. It has like 20 options.
There's a bunch of different
so-
languages, like spoken languages for it, which is pretty cool. Like I like that.
That is cool. They did that.
And you can like turn it off completely if you want, and just have like you can switch on and off
Just
like
see
like,
the
like the
dialogue.
subtitles or
Yeah.
like the dialogue. You know. But yeah,
I'm
we
not
just
actually.
Japanese.
Now that you bring it up, I don't know. I think I don't know how much I had this mute because I got super into this game. Like I beat this game in like 3 days because I just couldn't put it down. Like I didn't do editing. I didn't, and those who know me, like editing is like part of like my ritual. I have to get all my editing done before I can play my video games. My homework, apparently, in my head.
You neglected your duties of games my mom found to play.
Oh, everything got up on time. But yes, no, I didn't edit. I just played this game nonstop.
I'm sure it did. I'm just giving you a hard time.
I know, but it's not like me.
Yeah, I mean, what you should do is what I did. You know, I beat one of the really hard rhythm ones while editing. So, I mean, that's
I didn't even beat rhythm games while trying to pay attention.
just watch
I'm
the
not.
blinking. Just watch the blinking on the TV. You don't need to hear it.
I mean, I have played rhythm games without sound before because I just couldn't follow along with the beat. So I just completely get rid of the sound and do all by vision.
Well, I mean, but also like in the last level, I was counting out loud 1, 2, 3, jump. 1, 2,
Oh,
3,
yeah,
jump.
I didn't
You really
beat.
need to know your timing for the.
Is that the secret levels?
No, that
No,
was
the
just
Bowser.
the Bowser at the end
That was a fight.
because it was.
Oh, yeah, that's
uh,
hard mute, by the way.
Yeah, so remember he's like dancing in the background and he has
Yeah.
to jump when he's like swinging his little arms.
Yeah, some of that was muted because I was doing other things, so I had to have it muted a couple times throughout this game. But yeah, no, I had the sound on most of the time. But I did do part of that mute because I was I wanted to do it now, and I didn't want to wait. So yeah, I think it was mute. You can do that mute if you just get the beat in your head and tap your foot.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
We just did
Because
it out because we were
yeah, 'cause you
together.
did it the right
It was
way.
like, let's count it out.
Yeah, it helped. The counting helped. What I
It
mean,
does.
I did like I always thought there should be more, but I liked like the music stuff in the game. Like the second level with the singing
With the
piranha
singing
plants
pipes.
was like I was like, oh, this is amazing. This game's gonna be great. And then there's like the only one like that. I think there's like one other one with the pumpkins, and there is a little bit at the end, but I really wish they would have like steered into that a little bit more, a little bit more music based levels. You know,
I would have liked
I
that.
agree with that because I loved the piranha plants when they started like
it was like the
It's
biggest
out of the
best level
tunnel.
of the whole
It's
game.
dancing.
jaw dropping. Like it's completely unfathomable when it happens to you, and you're totally taken in. And it is one of the most magical Mario experiences I think I've ever had.
This was a game that I wanted to play under an influence. I did not, but I thought about it. It's like, I bet this would be interesting.
Yeah,
I'm sure,
shrooms-
especially with
I think
the
shrooms would be the
tricky-
right thing.
Uh-huh.
Then all of a sudden the walls start turning into like giant floating Yoshis or whatever. Like,
Well, I just thought about getting high on edibles and trying this game, but I don't have any, and I'm too lazy to go to the store to buy any.
I would do it if it doesn't completely terrify me to get high.
The only thing it does to me is I get very touchy. Like I just started petting my cat. Like, oh, you're so soft, and they got to the point where they got annoyed and walked away. So that's what happened to me when I get
No,
high.
I got Trey high during the pandemic, and we couldn't even put the TV on because it was like too
Oh.
stimulating.
Yeah,
so
I needed to stare. I need to stare at a corner
It
in the
would
wall
not-
until I wasn't high anymore.
it would not be. It would not work out.
The first time I got high, I was at Meow Wolf in Vegas, and my friend's like, "Here, do you want some edibles?" I'm like,
Are you
"Sure." And I didn't even
kidding?
know what Meow Wolf was, and they all were bored as
insane.
fuck. And I'm like, "Man, this place is awesome." I literally laid on the floor, and stared at lights.
Yeah.
and they were like, "Why are you having?" I'm like, "Because I'm high, guys. Like, I was smart apparently by accident. Got high before we went here, so
Yeah.
Makes it a lot more
That's
interesting.
definitely a place to do drugs.
that's what it is." But yeah, I don't do edibles, unfortunately much. I mean, they're legal here, so I can.
legal here too.
Yeah, 'cause we're smart states, so.
For now.
Not stupid like other states. So, I mean, this game really did feel like a drug high, just what they were kind of going for with all the Wonder Flowers. Like, it does feel like Mario's constantly on drugs.
Yeah.
And it's so strange. Like, so I started trying to collect all the Wonder Seeds that I could because I was under the impression it was going to be kind of like Stars, where I should get all the early ones in the game that are going to be easier. So later in the game, I can skip some.
Oh,
So I
sure,
found
yeah.
out that each world is defined by its own set, and I'm like, well, fuck it, I don't
Right.
care anymore. Once I hit that goal, we're
Yeah,
done.
The regional. I did
Mhm.
like. I mean, I like obviously I like the seed effects, but I do feel like a lot of the levels felt very formulaic, like in that way, where it's like, all right, where's the seed at? All right, the seed's going to turn me into one of these guys, or it's going to turn one of these guys bigger, and I kind of wish there was a little bit more variety in.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. My favorite ones were like turning into cake, or at the end when you turn into like little slimes. And we did that a couple of times.
Yeah, those
And I
used to be
did like
jokes.
being those slimes. Like that was fun. You could stick to the ceiling and move around, objects in ways that was really cool.
Wait, you can
That
turn
was
into cake
probably
in
my
this game?
favorite. That was probably my
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah, there's a cake
The
one.
cake
power-up.
one is my absolute favorite.
It's in like
Where the
World
fuck is this
2.
cake?
It's in the puff.
Mike,
the
did you not play the game?
I beat the
Puff
game,
or whatever.
actually.
The second world, there's a cake. You become, like when you step on the cloud things and they shrink, they look like cake. You turn in.
It's a piece of cake.
Hmm.
It's like a chiffon
I don't-
cake.
I don't
would
think I
get
did
this
that.
cake tattooed on me. I fucking love this cake so much.
I mean, Alyssa, you must not listen to the show enough. That's how I play games. I miss things all the time.
You're anti-cake.
Oh, well, yeah, no, I know.
Okay.
Mike's
That's
like,
all.
there's cake in there.
It's just
No.
so memorable.
Huh. I'm gonna have to look this up now. Maybe I saw it and I just don't remember because I beat this game a
You
few
have a
weeks
little
ago.
face and you have a little frosting. I mean, you're so cute.
I'm gonna look this up. But one enemy that made me so happy to see again, and I was wondering if he's in other Mario games. Spike, the little green guy with the blue mohawk that throws
yeah.
balls.
Oh yeah,
he
Spike,
coughs up the hairballs.
Spike is very.
You can play
he's
as
in a
him
lot
in
of
the new
things.
Mario Kart.
Okay,
He's-
that's where he has eyes that
he's in
see
a lot
things,
of
right?
things.
I think was the meme I saw at one point that his eyes got bigger or something.
Sure.
Oh, when he coughs the spiky balls out of his throat or whatever.
Okay, I just saw some meme that was people were like, oh, he's seeing things. Like I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize he was important again because I saw him in this game and I haven't seen him since I think Super Mario 3 personally.
Right.
He's been around. I know he was in, what was it, 3D World. He was in there a lot.
I need to replay 3D World for this show, but I don't want to rebuy it for $60 for a game that came out in like over 10 years ago.
No,
Fuck
not
you,
Nintendo.
$60, no.
Bowser's Fury is fun. Really
Yes,
cute.
but
Yes.
I can't pay $60 for a 10-year-old game. I'm just waiting until Switch is completely discontinued and I'll play it other ways. So
Well, they have that new thing now where you can like lend game to someone like that you're friends with.
Yeah, but you have to
Oh.
be in the same room to
I
do
just
it.
want the
Oh, I
publisher
didn't know that.
to
It's
sell me
really
it.
limited.
Which we would because I would love to do it with our other podcast hosts, but we can't. Like you can be in the same family easily because you can make your own family group, but you have to like have your systems like next to each other.
Oh, I mean
Oh,
that
I
makes
didn't know that.
sense
Change
from
the games like to like yeah.
And we were going to play Mario Party with my brother, and we can like play with them, but because we have the game, but we can only play one level.
Oh yeah, that's a game share thing for Switch too,
Yeah.
Oh,
which got boned for Mario Party. Yeah, that's like one level and you can't do game chat.
Just saying, it doesn't work as well as you wish it would.
Most of the things.
I get it. But,
I did. I don't know if I mentioned this when we were recording, but Jess and I did. We did play it on Switch too. I didn't really notice any differences, but
No.
it doesn't have like an official Switch 2 update because a lot of the games do, but this one doesn't. Weirdly enough, like I know like Mario, like New Mario Brothers U has an update, and Mario 3D World does, and Odyssey does, but not Wonder, which is interesting.
a little surprised 'cause this was a big deal when this game came out in general. So I'm just surprised they didn't do anything to make it stand out
It
more.
was the first Mario game in a while.
It's new 2D one, right? Well, and
Yeah.
it came out like alongside pretty much this around the same time as the movie, right? Just a little bit after the movie.
Oh, I forgot there was a movie.
Yeah, me too.
I wish that we all could. Yeah.
I saw it once and I was like, I'm never gonna watch that movie.
I liked it when I watched it, but
Oh, good for you.
When they started playing Beastie Boys in that movie, I was like done.
Yeah,
I
well,
mean,
that
I
was
had
like
fun.
the first offense, right? There was
Yeah.
a lot of offenses in that movie, but
I'm just so tired of Chris Pratt, so that doesn't help things.
Yeah. Amen.
I think we all are. He
Yeah.
isn't enough.
I don't think Chris Pratt's tired of Chris Pratt, though, unfortunately. So
He's so cool.
He should retire.
He's not
then.
tired of his bank account. I mean,
I liked him in Guardians of the Galaxy, and then I just got tired of him and
yeah.
a few questionable
He
things
really
outside.
oversaturated himself. And also, like, I just don't want Mario to be like Chris Pratt.
To be like, hey guys, I've been crushing. What are they called? Goombas? Yeah, since I was 10. What's up? If you saw that video, like when they unveiled him, it was very convincing. It's like, dude, you never
You crushed a
You
Goomba.
never played Mario Brothers.
He did read the little script that he was told to read before he sat down and did the interview. So that
Sure
counts.
did. Sure did.
Sure, yeah, yeah.
I mean, I
always
did
thought-
actually meet the voice of Mario, Charles Martinet, once in
Oh, he's cool.
2021.
Not anymore. The voice. but
I know.
He got.
I have
dethroned.
I have a signed poster from him to the right of me where he wrote Super Mike on it and stuff. Really nice guy.
Oh,
Nice. Yeah, John has one too that I see.
He's super nice to meet if you get the chance ever.
Yeah, no, he seems like a stand-up dude. I was sad that he got taken away from the Mario spot, and they never really said why. I don't think he knows why either.
Yeah, this is the first one he didn't voice, correct? Wonder?
yeah.
Oh yeah, was it? Right? And they kind of hid it too, right? Didn't they didn't really say like who it was, and you had to beat the game and find the credits or whatever.
Yeah. It was weird about that in general. They don't even tell you who's making their games anymore.
They are sketch about it. It's true.
Secretive, and they don't like to credit a lot of their composers either. Definitely not in Nintendo Music and the Nintendo Music app.
I mean, that was a Japanese thing back in like the 80s and 90s. You think we would have gotten past that by now?
Yeah.
Japan, I mean, Nintendo's very traditional, though, in Japanese. They're old school.
It's true.
Even in the Mario movie, it says like DK rap done by the Donkey Kong 64 game or something.
Oh, God, they screwed that guy so badly.
For real.
It didn't have Grant Kirkhope's name on there. I was like, oh, that's
Isn't it
illegal?
Donkey Kong game?
Mm.
Isn't it like Donkey Kong, the new one coming out, like in that recent trailer, wasn't it nothing but the Donkey Kong rap playing around it?
That's in there too. And apparently he also did not know about that. And he was also not informed that was happening. So it's a surprise to him. It's like, come on, let the guy throw the guy a bone already.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of Nintendo. That's why we don't. I say that, yet three games coming up on the show are all Nintendo related. So
I'm mostly on the show for Nintendo stuff. So you do.
I know. I don't do enough. But
I love Nintendo, but Japan still has for as far forward as they are technologically, they still have a ways to go.
And like Medicare and workers' rights.
Yeah, they just still have a ways to go in other areas. Yeah,
we don't know what that is. In America, we're trying to go back to 1930s.
Oh, don't even. I can't live.
Not even. Yeah. Mario Wonder's nice though.
Mario Wonder's so nice.
This game was addictive for me, and I'm not a platformer fan, but there was something about this game that just clicked for me. And I played almost every level in the main game. There were only like one or two that I just could not get through, and I just said fuck it, because they were kind of like secret levels, and that's also not like me. But I wanted to beat every level. Just was having so much fun.
Yeah, but you won't go back to it because it's the games my mom found way, right? You gotta.
That's just the Mike Albertin way.
Yeah.
To be honest with you,
it's your way. Yeah, you got to delete and move on to.
Oh yeah, the game.
Did anybody beat the Special World?
I beat two of them. I'm gonna try to beat them. They are insanely difficult.
Yeah, we played the first level that we got to.
Yeah, we played like one.
A couple, like, 2-3 times.
Yeah.
Moving on.
I beat one, I think, and then I was like really proud of myself, and I'm like, yeah, fuck this, and I was done.
They were hard.
Yeah.
I really wanted to get through this game because I knew that if we didn't get through it for the show, then we would never play it again. So I was like, we need to do it now so I can delete it and make room for other games on the Switch.
I'm glad that I was able to make that happen for you too.
You did. You really did.
For all four of us, or five of us, yeah.
No.
Back in math.
Craig, he beat it too. The bear there. He played all the way through.
Hey, that bear's been with me through thick and thin now all year so far. We've had a lot of hours together, me and that bear.
6 of us, 5 of us. I was counting the box.
I was right? Yeah, there's 5. I was like, wait, can I do math? I'm
No,
unfortunately.
There's 2, and
we're 6 total because we're 2 in one box.
Yeah. Craig doesn't speak. He just is in the corner with the little pen writing everything down, and we say. So that's all. Report to his overlords.
I really like the new power-ups. Well, okay. Elephant was like whatever.
Wowie zowie.
You know, maybe you like the elephant, but I like the bubbles and I liked
really
the drill. Like those were both really cool, but Bubbles was probably my favorite power-up.
Bubbles was fun. A lot of them I had forgotten about since it'd been like 2 years since we played it. Like I forgot about the drill. I forgot about the bubbles. All I remembered was the fucking elephant. So I guess, which I think I kind of forgot about too.
To be fair, that's the only thing that was in the advertisement that I knew of. Like I did not know anything about the drill, the bubbles. No idea any of that was in this game.
Yeah.
There was some cool stuff towards like one of the last levels, like what was it, the magma one we were in, where you got turned into you turned to metal and they play the metal song from Mario 64.
Oh, yeah.
Like that
and
was
you
so
can
cool.
trick yourself in the lightning bolt so you can become like metal lightning, and that's how you see through the level.
That was really cool.
That was badass.
And that was a fun, and I was listening to it and I was like, this is the Metal Mario song, Mario 64. So I was like, wait,
that's
metal.
A deep cut.
And you could jump like half as high because you're heavier because you're metal. But I was like, oh yeah, that's fucking cool.
That's
metal.
cool. They did that.
But all those things that are like so cool, you're like, oh, I wish we did more with this. Like, this is so cool, and I'm doing it for 1 minute.
Yeah, everything's kind of
And then,
brief.
yeah, it felt more like a tech demo, like, here's a bunch of shit, let's throw it all at the wall, and whatever we think is the coolest is what we're going to put in the next game. It just kind of felt like, let's try a bunch of things out and see what's the best.
That is a very fair way to put it because so much stuff doesn't return. It's like a one level thing, which is cool in theory, but you guys are right where like I want maybe more of this cool thing that you did and not just once, not in some random level and then I just never see it again.
It feels like, in Zelda when you're going through a dungeon and you get a special weapon or whatever, and then you learn to use the weapon in the dungeon and then you fight the boss with the weapon and it's like, this is so cool. And then you never use the ice rod again. Like, that's it. It was the end of, good for you. You learned how to use it. And it just feels like, man, I wish I like learned to use the ice rod. And then the ice rod came back in a really cool way. I wish I learned to use the bubbles and the bubbles came back in a really cool way. I wish I became cake and the cake came back in a really cool way. The payoff wasn't there. Like, it was like an instantly super cool fun thing, and then I just wanted more follow through. And maybe that's what we're gonna get in a new Mario game. Who knows?
When we get a new Mario game?
Yeah, when? Not this year.
I mean, there is going to be a new Mario movie next year, so I think there's a good chance we'll see a new one then.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, maybe that's why we don't have a Wonder update for Switch 2, because we're getting a Wonder 2.
I mean, I wouldn't mind a sequel to this game at all, but I don't know if Nintendo would do that. I feel like we're going to get 3D Mario next when we get another Mario game.
I think you might be right about that.
Yeah, I seem to alternate between the two.
Yeah, and that seems fair too, to want to kind of like push the boundaries of what, like, to push it into Switch 2, to be like, look at our 3D badass Switch 2.
Look at this denim. Look at all the details of Mario's overalls.
He's got hairs, individuals.
Look at those nipples.
Yeah.
If you remember Mario Odyssey's nipples.
Thankfully.
I've never played Odyssey yet.
Oh.
I feel like I should one day.
Now you've got nips to look forward to.
But see, the problem is that if I went, I want to play this game from, 6, 7, 8 years ago. They're going to be like, well, please hand over $60, please. And I'll be like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Nintendo way. I mean, I think it's on sale for $40 now. I mean, there's like a summer sale. I don't know.
I just don't do it. That's been
I
my
think you
solution.
can find it on like Marketplace too, though.
Yeah, for 30.
The old game.
Yeah, totes.
Well, like, whatever.
Check on eBay. That might be the way.
Yeah, for 30 or 40.
Yeah, but I mean,
well, it's still half.
And Odyssey is pretty great. Like, I think that's worth it. So,
but I'm a cheap bastard that doesn't want to buy it out of principle. So there's that crap too.
At least
not saying I'm right.
At least it's that $80.
Remember when Nintendo did like the player's choices and they were like $20? That was a great time.
I miss those. I mean, the last time we got them was for 3DS and Wii U, and then never.
Yeah, that was a good time.
You mean like this that I'm holding?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Yes.
Have you done an episode about that game? I'm sure you have.
No, I haven't done Mario Golf Toadstool Tour for GameCube. I've actually never even.
We are big Mario Golf fans.
Oh, we were on Golf Advance episode. You had us on.
Yeah,
that's a
we
good
have
game.
played like every Mario Golf game that there is, and still play Mario Golf to this day.
Mario Golf Advance is a really good game.
Toadstool Tour is a wonderful game. I like that.
I want to play it. I just don't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think about it. But I was like, when you said player's choice, I was like, I know I have some player's choice things behind me. And then I looked, and that was the only one I saw that I was willing to. I didn't want to move Funko Pops out of the way. I don't know if you believe, but there's Funko Pops everywhere around me, unfortunately.
I've seen pictures.
Everywhere.
Oh yeah, I've seen pictures. Yeah, I believe it.
Everywhere.
I can see some stacked on the side behind you there. Yeah.
There's more than you think. And
do you ever have nightmares that they're going to chase you down with their dead eyes? And
I hate dolls. Like, my wife wants to go see Megan 2.0, and I won't go. But I have no problem with Funko Pops, apparently.
Oh, did you see the other Megan?
No, I hate dolls.
Oh, it's super tame.
The new one?
No, the original Megan.
Oh yeah.
I mean, she's not. I mean, she is. But
I I saw like 5 minutes of it, and I'm like, nope. And I just saw her move, and I'm like, nope, I'm out. And I just went back down to record.
I feel the same way about clowns. Like I'm not doing it.
I was at a convention for somebody. One of the actresses was at this convention we were at that was in the Annabelle movie, and she had the Annabelle doll there next to her. And I was like, nope, let's go.
Yeah. I might get a picture with.
You know what's funny is the Annabelle doll from the movies looks nothing like the actual Annabelle doll because the actual Annabelle doll is like a Raggedy Ann.
Yeah, it's not threatening at all.
No.
That real Annabelle doll is on tour now, actually going to some conventions.
Yeah, but
My wife
nothing
wants to
like
go
the
see it.
Annabelle doll in the movies.
No, that thing is
Much
scary.
creepier.
Well, they gotta make it nicer for the pictures.
Yeah.
Big screen. You gotta doll it up.
Well, they probably
pun
couldn't afford
intended.
the rights to Raggedy Ann.
Oh, yeah, good point.
What was
So I never really messed with the bubble Mario too much. Like I never did the whole thing where you can make bubbles and jump off it because I didn't do that ever. Like I know I could, but I never used it. I just would put enemies in bubbles and be like, that's nice. I'd rather just have the firepower.
It was good for 2-player. If we were trying to reach like high coins, I could shoot a bunch of bubbles and Trey could jump up them. Like it was a great way to kind of assist each other.
For sure.
Alyssa, how did this go for you? 2 players with someone that was inexperienced.
It wasn't bad all the time, but it definitely was a little bit frustrating. Like one of the levels that it was so annoying to try to beat. I think it's in the 3rd. I don't remember what world it's in, but it's the jump one. Trying to do that with 2 people, I just could not do it. I was like, okay, I'm like, go in your bubble or let's go to the settings to get you off of this because
I'll meet you at the end. Right.
Exactly. Same with the jump 2, because that one, towards the end of it, like you have to wall jump on like this tiny little block. And I'm like, no, but we can't do that together. So
we ended up playing that like whoever is doing the best, you just keep on doing the best.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, those were stupid. But speaking of like jump 2, the naming conventions of these were a little
Go for the badges.
Questionable?
Yeah, stupid. I mean, I wanted to be nice.
That is fair.
I don't want to be nice. Like, jump 2. Yeah.
Did anybody use like any badge other than the hat? Because
the hat.
I used the vine because that's good.
Oh, you use a Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I mean, the hat one was the best one. Like I never found a reason to use anything else. Like I love that floaty hat thing.
Yeah, and then if I didn't have the hat on, I would be clicking the button, like hoping that the hat would save me. And I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot. So I would always have the one too.
So Joseph, how was your Bionic Hero Mario game?
It was actually pretty fun. I've definitely been able to get up into some high places with that. It helps with getting a lot at the top of the flags too, using that because it will automatically hook to it.
We used hat a lot to get to the top.
Yeah.
What's the point of getting all the top?
I think
you get
getting 100%, right?
Yeah, you get a medal. Ooh.
Yeah, so there's like 6 medals that you can get at the end. You get like a medal for beating it, and then we think you get a medal for like 100%ing everything.
Did anybody get other ones?
A medal for getting Star World.
I got a medal for getting all 3 coins on every board and the one for the flag.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Oh, so they're separate ones. I figured there was one.
I figured there were different ones.
Oh, that's weird. I don't think I got any medals now that you guys mentioned it.
Well, you got a medal for beating the game.
Oh, okay. I didn't pay a lot of attention.
Yeah.
Well, after you beat the game, it'll like start over again, and it'll be like, "Hey, here's your medal, and you're at the beginning of the level. Go back through and get the rest of the seeds." Like after the credits.
I actually didn't turn it off right away. I got to give myself credit, pat in the back. I didn't turn the game off right away. I tried to do the special world because I had the idea, see how I can do in the special world. And after one of them, I was like, no, it's time to be done. It didn't take me long to put that together. Like, I was like jumping off walls that were changing colors, and it was speeding up. And I'm like, oh, no, I don't like this.
Yeah,
it's nice that you don't. It's nice that you don't have to necessarily beat everything. It does kind of work like how you're saying, like as like Mario 64 or Sunshine or whatever. You collect these seeds, but you don't necessarily have to beat every level to get to the boss. You just need a certain amount of seeds to get to like the castle. That's how you.
I always appreciate that.
I kind of like how you can cherry pick them,
and you can buy at least one of them.
Yeah,
in every level.
Yeah, and some of them they just give them to you at the beginning.
And I think that's nice because, like, let's say you just get stuck on one level, and there's a good chance you can just skip it and not have to do it in that world just because there's something that just might not work for you. Because there have been times where I played Mario games, I just get stuck on one thing, and you just cannot get it for the life of you.
Yeah.
And I like that later Marios are much more friendly about, we understand. We'll let you not have to worry about this.
I think that was another benefit of playing it 2-player. Like they're just like, I'm a really sort of like aggressive player and Trey is more of a hanger backer. So there are some levels where like speed is required and just like not thinking and pressing buttons until you get to the end is the way to do it. And I'm really good at those. Like I'm really good at just like, fast platforming, no thinking, no dying, go. And Trey,
I wouldn't say with no dying.
No dying.
Go with that.
And
I also never let go of the run button.
Never let go of that run button. Absolutely. And
wait, do people let go of the run button?
Not me. No.
You can just put a badge on that makes you run the whole time.
I never got that badge.
There probably is one that does.
But you need hat.
Yeah.
I actually use the flower one that makes you always in a flower, or not always in a flower, but always lets you get a mushroom when you start a level, so you're always a big Mario when you start. Because
we had one in the backup most of the time.
Yeah, usually we could keep one in the back. That's nice
what do you mean?
too.
You can have 2 hats or 2 badges?
No, you could have 2. You could have an extra power
your
up.
Power up because you get a power up.
Oh yeah.
Also hold one like in the back, and we always had one between the both of us, so it was pretty much
okay.
They were. I mean,
if somebody got small, you could use the backup power up.
The mushrooms.
I was good at
at the beginning of the levels too. So
this game is pretty friendly. I mean, there wasn't a lot that was ungodly challenging. I mean, and I really do appreciate the world maps of a world where you kind of run around. Like there's a desert one that has like a ton of like secret levels you can find, and that I was like, this is nice.
I like the lava one where you just keep going deeper and deeper into the volcano.
That was cool too. Those are things that really made me like I really liked it. I didn't have
funny. You like I forget what they're called, like the terrorite people. And they're like, "Hey, give us like 50 of these drug things, and we'll get superpowers." So it was like, "Wait, what?"
Oh, the coins you got to pay.
Yeah.
They weren't too bad. I never not had enough coins. I bought almost every badge that was sold to me. Yeah. Like I bought the flower seed just because I was like, oh, I can buy it. I'm going to buy it. That was just until I realized I don't need to buy it. I get enough in the levels anyway, but I bought it anyway.
Yeah, we got 999 where you can get
quite a few. Yeah,
top of flower coins. So.
I never got that far. I didn't go for the 10s because if they were out of the way, it didn't. Especially near the end of the game, I have a problem where whenever I get into like the last section of a game, it's like I go in like super speed mode and I just head towards that end. I do that with every game I play. I cannot help it. So it's just
like I try to get them sometimes, but it's like a lot of times we were like, it's like who cares? It's fine. We're not going to go back and try to get all these. So
you don't need them unless you're going for 100%.
I'm just OCD, so that's the reason why I did it.
I mean, I guess it depends on how much you like the game. Like Jeremy, like from our podcast, like he 100%ed it. Like he got obsessed with it and played it for like 60 hours or whatever, because he's that way. When he gets like on something, he gets like hyperfix.
On Elden Ring.
Yeah, well, I mean, he put like 50, well, I guess John's even worse. Like John almost has 1,000 hours on Tears of the Kingdom now. But
oh my god!
But those guys they both get like Mario or what? Jeremy had like 500 on Tears of the Kingdom or something like that before that. But
is there that much? Oh, what am I saying? Yeah,
there's a lot to do.
Yeah,
it's a pretty solid game.
You still play that game. I haven't beat that one either. So
yeah,
I also felt
on that one.
I'm not helping you guys out anytime soon with that one. I can tell you that right now.
That's fine. I still haven't played the Switch 2 version of it yet.
I'll probably get it next year because I usually have my wife like, I want to buy you a game for Christmas. I'm like, here, you can buy me Nintendo games. I'll never buy them for myself. So
you got a lot of them from.
That's how I get all of them because I can't, even though we have a joint account, we're married, it comes from the same account. I can't do it. Like I just can't go and give them that money. I want to say, yo, fuck you. So I let her do it for me. So
don't like to support those giant corporations in Japan.
I don't like. Well, I would say I don't like to support giant corporations, but I buy shit from Amazon almost every day. So there's that.
I mean, they're a corporation.
Yeah, but they ship stuff directly to my house, so it's easy.
Nintendo would too. They sent me.
Yeah, but they would charge me for it.
A doc. On the
at least Amazon is smart about like if we charge you every month, you won't really pay attention to what we're doing, right?
Right.
So therefore, I just do it. So
one thing I wanted to say about 2-player, and we've all kind of like hinted on it, but I just like the crown system, like how you can kind of go back and forth, like how just was talking about, like, you know how like one person can take control, like some of the levels, like I think like the Wiggler races and all that, like if one of you is ahead of the other one, crown will go to them, and whoever has the crown camera will around that character. So it kind of had a cool way of like
following the person who's in the lead.
And it's nice that it's not always like player one. It's not always like the same person. And depending on like who gets like higher on the flag, or whoever gets the flag at the end of the game, the crown will go back and forth. And whoever has the crown, that's the camera will follow you. So it's kind of like, I liked how it.
Yeah, it's not necessarily player one. So like if I got all the way to the top of the pole at the end of the level, and Trey for whatever reason died hilariously, like, you know, in the next level, I would be in charge of the camera initially.
I thought that was a cool way to try to handle the multiplayer well. Even though, like, I also got to mention the online multiplayer blows on the game. I don't know if you guys tried to do that. It's not even multiplayer. It's like you're both playing your own single player game.
Yeah, you can see other people's ghosts
it's
kind
weird.
of playing along
like
with
Dark
you.
Souls, kinda, because you see other
like
people running around.
Yeah, it's more like, I don't know. It's kind of like playing time trials a little bit in old Mario Kart. Like you can see the ghosts of them,
But they don't help.
but you can't interact with them in any way.
Is that where you use like the stand-up things that you can buy at the shop?
Yeah, there's the stand-ups. That's like
yeah,
what
if you put a pop-up stand and then you
But online was a real letdown for me, because I was like, oh well, we can't actually play.
Because we always play games online with my brother and his wife, and so it was like, oh my, we played Mario U like 4-player, and although like that shit is chaotic, playing that with 4 people is literally insane. Yeah. That's part of the fun of it. So like, especially with these kinds of levels, they're 2 minutes long, like, and we're taking mushrooms in the middle of it. Like, let's get fucking crazy. Let's play with 4 people, and you just can't do it. And it's a bummer.
That's weird that they didn't put that in here. Like,
I wonder if
think that
because of the Wonder things was looking to get kind of trippy, if that would just cause issues within the game.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, but you can do it. You could do it for other ones, like Mario 3D World. Do 4 players online, like with different systems, or I don't know. Like
it might. You're right, though. It might have just been like too much for the game to handle.
I will say I miss with like the other Mario games, like you could throw each other off the board. Like if you're playing with someone, you just like move, you could pick them up and then throw them.
Yeah, you can't even interact
do that in this one.
Yeah, totally. You can throw shells and make each other small.
We did that a lot,
which is totally bullshit, because you can't. It doesn't make sense that like I can't hop off of you and jump higher, or run into you and bounce off the world, but you can throw a shell at me. Like all or nothing, y'all.
If you play as Yoshi, if you play as Yoshi, the other person can ride you, though. There's that.
Oh, that's cool.
You can interact in that way.
Thank you, Jess.
Yeah. Okay, Mario.
I mean, I played this on a Nintendo Switch Lite, so there's no way I could have done any 2 players anyway.
Right.
But I don't think my wife would not want to play games with me. I can tell you that much.
You have to sit real close to the Switch Lite.
Well, the Switch I have isn't even like, it's her Switch. We bought it during COVID because she was like, I want to play Animal Crossing with other people, and I'm like, sure. So we bought a Switch. Like I wouldn't have one most likely because I don't care.
Animal Crossing saved everyone's life, though, so I completely understand.
It was a pretty big deal.
Well, everybody was stuck. We still had to go to work, but other than that, there was nothing we could do. I was like, this is fine. I can just record podcasts. Everybody's around. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
She did not see it that way.
No.
It was funny. Yeah, everybody was trying to learn how to do like Zoom or whatever, and I mean, I'm sure you as well. Like, it'd be like, oh, we've been doing this for a while, or like we had done our podcast like remotely for however many years before the pandemic. So it was funny to see like these big time podcasts be really bad at it, and it's like, oh, come on, we've been doing
not hard.
Fuck.
Like Skype literally took me like minutes of reading something to figure out how to use it. Like, I mean, Discord took me a little bit to understand the way Discord is, but like Skype, Zoom, none of those are difficult to use.
Yeah, we use Skype and Google Hangouts.
And Skype has like the most badass ringtone of all ringtones.
Yeah, I do miss that
when you're calling people.
Not now. Yes.
I mean, you know
it. It is.
God, I must have heard it. I had completely forgotten it, but now that you mention it, it's like bringing back old, because I stopped using it at the end of last year. I finally came into Discord, and you're bringing back old memories. Like, oh yeah, Skype's gone now, by the way.
Skype's gone?
Skype's like done.
Yeah. It was murdered.
No. I had no idea.
Yeah, because there's like Zoom and Discord and
And I was going to say Steam, but no, it became Teams. Microsoft decided to say, you don't need this, you got this.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, does that mean I can make my Teams sound the Skype sound? Holy
No
shit,
idea.
you guys.
I don't know. We use Teams a lot actually for one of the shows.
I use Teams in my real
I'm
life
sure you do too,
job.
right? Yeah.
All the time, and now I'm gonna email myself and ask myself if I can find the Skype sound. And that's what I'm gonna do at work on Monday.
I don't want to use Teams for personal because I used to my old job I was the unofficial tech guy at my community I worked at, so I was the guy installing Teams on everybody's phone and getting it to work for them. And yeah, I don't want to go anywhere near Teams again.
Yeah, we use it. I mean, I don't know. One of the TV shows I work on, we will like call the producers in through Teams to do the interviews or whatever.
Not a bad program.
I wouldn't choose it, but that's what my work uses. So
I just have
a lot of jobs do though.
Yeah, sometimes I just got to call them up on there and make sure that it can get on the room or whatever. Well, I prefer using Zoom just because I'm more familiar with that one.
Zoom's not bad either. This one places.
Yeah, but we did a bunch of different ones too. Of course, even like we even did like the Facebook video or whatever, Facebook video chat one time. I feel like we did all the different ways of recording podcasts.
Got to be careful when it comes to Google. They might just randomly cancel it, So hey.
Yeah, we did the Google Hangouts too at some point before Zoom existed.
Google was notorious for just closing down things for no reason, so it's one of their problems.
Well, I mean, I know we talked about like the cake and stuff, but what was some of everybody's like favorite seed effects or whatever, or like transformations or whatnot?
I like the one where it changes the game to like the overhead perspective, sort of like dot-like.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that was hard. It was like such a shift in perspective. You're like, oh crap, but fun.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot too.
Yeah,
I was a big fan of those.
There was another one.
Really unexpected one.
Yeah, there was another. I can't remember. It just reminded me of like balloon flight, where you're just trying to just keep going up and not pop. I just like balloon flights, so it just clicked with me.
All right, that's probably something that's not been heard on this podcast. Someone saying I like balloon fight, so hey, I'll take it.
Right.
It's got a good soundtrack. I like those songs. Chip and Knock got bangers on there.
I don't have one that I really liked. I mean, I don't even remember a lot. Unfortunately, there was the slime. I mean, there were some cool ones. Like I know I had fun, but I can't really name a lot off the top of my head. They were just kind of there. But then again, I think I was skipping flowers or seeds near more the end because I didn't need them. So I would try, but...
Oh, yeah, the Yoshi dragon, the dragon. It was like Falcor riding blue Falcor.
Yeah, the Yoshi dragon was really fun. I thought that one was really cute.
That was cool.
You remember that? Where it was like it was like dragon bones, but then it would turn into like a live Yoshi that would like loop around. And
yeah, that was a cool moment. I gotta say, I was never bored. This game never bored me. There was never a point where I was like, man, I don't want to play this anymore. I was more like, I need to go to sleep. I need to stop playing this. That happened multiple times.
No time to be bored. They really hammered those levels out in a very short amount of time.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Really
they were like you said earlier, they're really like 2-minute levels. I mean, they go by so fast. But
depending on how much you get stuck.
The only thing I felt was really awkward about it was when you were about to like do a boss fight and you climb the like minute worth of stairs at the end of every level.
Oh yeah, those are weird. Like, why are we doing that?
Every single one? You just like climb
I want
stairs.
to build up the suspense, even though the boss fights were
it just sort of
really
felt
difficult.
like, oh, we ran out of cash. We can't animate anything here.
Why are we watching?
That's what it felt like to me. Like, and we're just down the hall, just down the hall to the right. That's where the bad guy is. Go over there.
I didn't think about that, but that does seem accurate. I did enjoy that they do the throwbacks to the ships, having the airships again.
Yes, totally.
That was a nice. It made me, and the fact that like when you get to the end of the ship, it's just like Mario 3, we just have the random pipe that goes down. And he's not. I wanted to fight,
but no Boom Boom or Bam Bam or whoever's.
Yeah,
Wendy O. Like, give me freaking anybody.
Well, all the Koopalings are gone. They got rid of all. Placed them.
What happened to the Koopalings?
Alistair is ball sack.
Yeah, which is fine. Like
Bowser Jr. is
I
ball
get
sack.
it. The Kooperlings were like a time.
The Koopalings were.
I'd rather fight a Koopaling or like a weird Kamek or a giant Goomba, or a giant Koopa. There's like a lot of fucking bad guys in this game that we could have fought at the end of these. Especially when we're just like jumping on Bowser's button head. Like you can't give me a giant Goomba that I can jump on 3 times.
Anything.
Come on.
When did they get rid of the Koopalings? I remember they were in some games.
I mean, they're still around.
Well, they were
just weren't in this one.
They were in Mario World Racing.
They were in all the new ones.
Mario
and
Kart. Yeah. I mean, I guess now.
I mean, they
And
were
I
in.
think they were even
all
in like the Paper. Oh no, they weren't in the Paper Mario.
Yeah,
The last
they
Paper
were.
Mario I could think of is the Wii U one that they were in, but not the latest one.
Were they in Wii Mario U?
I think they were in all the new Super Mario Brother ones, but
Yeah.
they were also in Mario Kart 8. You could play.
Yeah,
as all
Mario
of them.
Kart 8. They were all in.
But
there.
I was sad they weren't. I liked playing it.
Yeah, a lot of people liked Iggy. Who doesn't?
It's Iggy Pop.
Yeah.
Iggy and the Stooges. Do it. Or Wendy O.
Wendy O.
Cosmetics. I mean, they're all.
I do
named
like
after rock
them.
stars. Yeah.
I'm not the biggest. Like, Bowser Jr. is okay. I didn't like that all you fight is Bowser Jr. in this for the boss fight, like you were kind of saying earlier.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
I could have used a change. Like, there's other characters Mario could have pulled from. Like, I know that each time you fight him, he does something different with a seed, and you do drugs together, and weird things happen in the stage. But, like,
But he's still kind of.
And you continue to just like step on his face and then it's over. Like it just seems like, all right, we know your kink, buddy. Like, can we move on?
He's still like the same, but the backgrounds are different. It's kind of it's like he's still doing the same. I mean, yeah, sometimes there's like 3 of you.
yeah, but
you're still doing the exact same play mechanics.
I didn't like it. I mean, I enjoyed every time I got to it. I was going to say I didn't like it, but no, I had fun. I just liked something else.
It could have been better.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying.
It would have been cooler if we had used like Wonder Seed effects then too. We all become slimes. We all become pogo sticks. Whatever the hell it is, you know.
Oh yeah. I mean, the whole thing with getting like, because in this game you're trying to get the big fat Wonder Seeds to kill the Cloud Piranhas.
Right.
I would have liked to fight the Cloud Piranhas just because it seemed like something to be interesting to do.
Oh yeah, I would have liked to fight the Cloud Piranhas. That's cool.
Yeah, right.
They don't do anything with them. They're just a MacGuffin to block your way.
They are.
They look cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're defeated by seeds.
Yeah, and Bowser becomes like the ego of the living planet. He just like, sits in the background. Did you see the Guardians?
Oh,
Feel the Guardians of the Galaxy
oh,
reference there? Well, I mean,
yeah.
in Guardians, he's not in the actual comic. He's like a giant planet with a face.
Yeah.
So like the Bowser kind of looks like the actual ego from. That's what I thought of when he turned into a castle.
No, that's completely fair. He used to be a location in Marvel Snap too, but I think they got rid of it. I haven't seen it in a while. They might have completely got rid of it. Yeah, it was a location that if it was played, it took over for both players, so it would just finish your game for you. Oh. I just watching the speedrun and I found the cake. I did not see that when I played through the game. So
yeah, the cake
I did not become Cake Mario.
Oh, you got to play that one again. Just play
do
that one level
Go back and
before you delete it.
I didn't delete my save. I don't think the game's actually still in the Switch. I got to take it out and put.
Oh, it's physical, right? So you can't delete it.
But just put it back in.
It's actually physical. Yes, actually. Well, I'm giving back to my son.
I guess you could throw it away. Be like, all right,
I'm gonna give back to my son. Is what I'm gonna do.
Trade it in and get Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, trade in for Odyssey.
Go back to
Yeah,
my son.
trade it into GameStop. Well, they'll give you $5 for it. It's like, here you go.
Oh,
They're giving them an
Mario
NFT.
Odyssey for $55.
Yeah, that's
So,
probably
Let's say it used.
funny story. Since you brought up GameStop, I'll say that here is relevant enough. So a couple weeks ago on a Monday, I drove by a GameStop, the one I used to go to when I first came to Minnesota in this area. So back in like 2009. And I've been going there I haven't gone there in years, but it's always been there. And I saw it on Monday. They had a sign that said we're closing soon. I'm like, oh man, I better go in there one last time. Well, Thursday when I was back in the air, it's already gone, completely gone, everything. I'm like,
dang.
fucking GameStop.
Yeah, GameStops are gone all over the place. I told you about I had to make a trip to Green Bay to get the Switch 2 or whatever. But I was going to try to go check some of the other GameStops like around here and see if I could get because if I was able to find another pre-order, I could get it transferred to a different GameStop, which of course I couldn't. But I tried to go to some of the GameStops I used to go to in college, and they're all gone. Like really, 5 of them are gone that I used to go to. I was like, oh shit, and I didn't even know. I just drove over there, and I was like, oh, this is not there.
Oh yeah, there's so many that are almost. But hey, remember, GameStop had to save all the money they could so they could invest in NFTs because that's how you run a retail business.
Oh yeah.
Important
I was gonna say, didn't they also have to put a lot of money in the Funkos too? Because they're 90% Funko Pops also.
I mean, they are, but
I mean, they probably make money off that. I mean, it's become a lot more.
I mean, should I
statue
tell you
figures and
how many I
more than
bought from
games
them?
or whatever?
Yeah.
Every time I go to the mall, I usually buy a Funko Pop from GameStop if they have something up. So
I do the same thing with Amiibo. I pretty much almost always buy an Amiibo.
Yeah, we have a fuck ton of amiibos.
If they have
so we
one.
can't-
Well, and
I
they
know.
started carrying older games again because I remember I was looking for Paper Mario for the Wii U, Color Splash, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And then I just happened to stumble upon it at a random GameStop, and I was like, okay, I didn't even know you guys were carrying like old games again.
They're starting to, but we'll see how long that lasts.
How much did they sell it for? I'm curious. What were they selling?
I think they got it for $40, which isn't that bad actually.
Yeah, not bad. I don't know. I was like, is it because I don't know some of those Wii like I saw. Well, I mean, I saw like the Wind Waker HD and like Twilight Princess going for like $100 at some point.
Oh yeah, some of the Wii U games are stupidly expensive now.
Since it's only on Wii U, I thought maybe it'd be. I was just curious if they're selling it at full price or whatever. I don't know.
I mean, 40 is close enough to full price for me for a Wii U game, but I mean, I never played Color Splash, so I can't.
For a Nintendo game,
it's not Hello Kitty Racer.
I think the most expensive game.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's like $500.
Which one?
Hello Kitty Racer?
Yeah,
it's rare as hell.
Yeah.
Is that more than Custom Robo? I know that one's from Cube One.
I used to own Custom Robo and I traded it, and I hate myself so much.
Because aren't those like really? I mean, I have Chibi Robo. I know that one's expensive too, and
that one's worth a lot.
I get the Path of game also.
So is Cubivore.
I have Earthbound also, but not just the cartridge. But the cartridge in itself is still worth.
And Devil's Third. The other
I have Devil's Third, but digital. I don't have it physical.
Yeah.
I love that. I actually like that game. I thought it was fun. I thought it was a fun, stupid game.
Yeah, it's what it is. It's a good weekend game.
It's dumb. I mean, it was the only game that was combined first-person shooting and third-person combat, and I like that stuff. So
I do too, actually. I mean, all you need sometimes is a fun game that can last you a week, and like you don't need I needed this. I needed a game that was just a short, fun platformer that I could just run through levels without giving it much thought. Like I didn't know how much I needed this game until I played through it, and I was like, man, this is fun, and I need this right now.
Yeah, especially I'm sure from all those because I knew you do play like a lot of RPGs and a lot of like longer games. Sure,
I am this year.
It was a breath of fresh air.
It really was. I think this was 3 days. I mean, I know you can check on the Switch, but that's more effort than I was willing to give to find out. But I don't think it was it felt quick.
I beat it in like 10 hours and I got almost 100%. So it's not that long of a game.
No, and that's fine. I mean, Mario games don't need to be super long because then you might get bored.
Yeah, well, and also it's a lot of them just in the style. You can get through it at a certain amount of time, but if you want to go back through, get all the other stuff, like you were saying, that'll take you longer. And that's where a lot of the challenge is, and that's for the Mario sickos can go back and try.
And I'm okay with that. I like the fact that it's there, but it's there for the people that want it and not for everybody. To go back to your amiibo point, so I have every Zelda amiibo up until a point. Like there's the 4 new ones that came out, and now that they jumped to 30, I can't get myself to buy them.
That's pricey.
It's hard. I mean, I was gonna say, speaking of amiibo, I do have a $40 Street Fighter 6 behind me, but I had to get one.
Where's Magnamalo? Don't tell him how much I paid for that one.
Well, I don't care how much you pay for
now. The Monster Hunter one could be like $100 now because for those deluxe.
Yeah,
I paid like $65 for Magnamalo.
That Magnamalo one's really.
I was like, because I love Zelda, so I'm trying to go Zelda complete, and I was there. Like I ordered a few on eBay I had to get and pay a little bit more than I wanted to, but the fact that like they're 30, and I must not be the only one because they've been sitting at Target now for like over a week by my house that I went to, and they're just sitting there.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna.
No, it's a lot. It's a jump too from like $12.99 to $30. You're like, fuck.
Yeah, I mean,
it was 20. I would have did it.
Yeah, it was easier for me to be like, oh, I found one. Here's one I don't have.
Yeah,
like
$19.99 is $29.99.
Like the Street Fighter one, like the Street Fighter game is the same price. It's like the base game of Street Fighter 6 on
was it because of tariffs?
It's $40.
That's what they're saying, yeah.
It's like you want the toy or the game? What are you doing?
Yeah,
I mean, do we even have? Are they even tariffs on right now? I don't even know anymore. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, there are tariffs definitely on some things.
Okay. I know my pickles I buy at Target went up over $4 because I had a rule that once they ever hit over $4, I wouldn't buy them anymore. But thankfully, Walmart still has them for under $4.
Oh.
I have a weird kick where I buy Famous Dave's hot pickles chips and I eat the whole jar by itself, and I don't know why, but it's only those pickle chips. I don't want anything to do with any other pickle, but those pickle chips. I will eat the whole jar.
I was gonna say that's not that weird. I've eaten a jar of pickles by myself many times, but not hot pickles. But
I don't. It's just them. I don't want. I bought other stuff. I bought off-brand version of it. It has to be Famous Dave's hot pickle chips. I eat the whole jar in one sitting. I don't. Yeah, I did it actually before this recording too. So,
A good way to get pumped for a podcast recording.
yes, but I was just thinking about like, oh yeah, because they went up in Target. They used to be $380 something, and they went up to $410. I was like, nope. And I was like, I bet those are tariffs. Somehow tariffs are involved.
Well, no matter what, like whether they are or they aren't, like corporations are just going to gouge us because they can.
Yeah, what are we going to do with it?
That's their job. That's why they exist, right? So
that's kind of what. Yeah.
No matter whether or not they're paying more or not, they can just.
They can blame it on somebody. They're going to blame it on somebody else.
Are, so that's the way it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun times.
Boned. Basically boned.
Do the amiibos still do stuff in games, or are they just now collectibles?
Some
Good question.
Some of them I do, I guess. Some of
them might do. I think is the most succinct thing Trey's ever said.
The Donkey Kong Bonanza one, you get Pauline's outfit from Odyssey. I know you want to pay $30 for that.
Yeah, different color.
She's still going to be a kid, though. That's a little weird.
And I guess, and you can scan every amiibo on DK Bonanza, and it becomes like a rock or something. You can throw at shit.
What?
So, I mean, you can do that with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom too, where you could scan stuff and you got random treasures.
Yeah, but for a long time, it hasn't actually made a difference.
I just remember they did the quick travel feature in the Zelda one, and everyone lost their mind over that.
I have that amiibo.
I feel like that was the last time they were relevant.
Yeah,
really.
Well, I mean, the what was it? The Metroid ones had power ups in them too. Like they were there's an extra energy tank and missile you can get for like the Metroid Dread.
Yeah, I had the Metroid Dread ones. Are pretty cool.
I have the Dread ones too, but I think they're on the floor because a cat knocked them on the ground, and I haven't.
Thankfully, it doesn't affect your percentage of of how much you collected, but you can get additional stuff from them.
I needed that when I played Dread because fuck, that game was hard.
I love that.
That game is amazing.
One of my favorites. That was our game of the year, I think.
It deserves it.
Was Metroid Dread.
I really enjoyed Dread.
We all put it at number 2, so I got the most points.
I'm also curious if when we're going to get another 2D Metroid game ever. So
we did. It was called Prince of Persia. It was awesome.
Yeah. After 4.
I know. I do need to play. I do need to play The Lost Crown on this podcast. I haven't bought it yet. Actually, I'm waiting for Ubisoft to beg me to buy it and sell it to me for $10. So they haven't done that yet.
It's been very cheap on Switch. Like it's been close.
It's been cheap on Steam, but I want it's a Ubisoft game, so I'm like, come on, Ubisoft! I know you're willing to drop it to $10 one day for me.
I think they were selling it for $15 on Switch at one point.
Yeah, they were. That's when I picked it up. And that was with the DLC too.
I would say it's worth it. I mean, what was it, like $50 when it came out?
Yeah.
It was like $20. I almost bought it for my son on Switch, but I didn't. I kind of regret it because it was at Walmart for like under 20. I was like, I should buy this for him, and then I forgot. I wasn't sure if he'd like it or not.
But is Mario Wonder?
Last thing I do want to say about Wonder before we go on questions, comments. I want to talk about Bowser quick. I don't like the final fight with Bowser where the whole game he becomes a castle for some fucking.
Yeah, he becomes ego.
Yeah. Okay, we were talking about it then.
He's like a soft serve hat.
Yeah, he did have a soft serve hat at the end.
Yeah,
I like a snake with soft serve hair.
Flavor ice cream.
Yeah. I mean, I like the fight because it would leave something different compared to the Bowser Jr. fights.
You're right. I completely forgot that the fight was you bouncing up to the beat to hit his hands and then hit his face. I completely forgot all that.
Yeah.
He has like 6 hands at one point.
Yeah, that was fun. I wish we had some kind of like level, some kind of beating him up to that point that like led to that being kind of climax instead of that just being a one-off battle.
Like different forms.
I don't know. We just didn't fight Bowser in any way before this, so it was cool. It was fun and different, but it was just sort of like
you only get to see him once at the end.
I don't know.
I really like that. What was it, Knuckle Dusters or whatever it's called? The level before that, where they brought a bunch of stuff from the game like all into one level, like including like the singing piranhas, and it was kind of almost like a greatest hits.
Yeah, it was the greatest hits.
Yeah. Like I like that level. That was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah, with the giant punching hands that kind of looked like they had like pentagram watches on.
The pumpkins were back, and
the pumpkins.
Yeah, everything that was fun one.
Right, should we go to questions, comments, and memories? Anything else you guys want to say quick before we do?
I'm good.
I'm good.
I think I'm good too.
Okay. I watched the entire Overlord Super replay from Curtis G. Loved that game, but sadly it's not as long as some of the other platformers, but loved the ideas behind the game and how it plays, but I think I still prefer Mario Brothers U Deluxe and Super Mario 3D World. I've never played Deluxe or U at all.
I like the new Super Mario Brothers games that were on consoles more than the handheld ones, but I thought U was pretty fun, and I like the Wii one.
I did not like the DS one when I played it a few times, and
I thought the DS one was boring. It was incredibly boring.
Yeah,
That was the first
DS
one.
one's not much better.
Okay.
It was kind of
Which one are you guys talking about? The new Super Mario Bros. For the DS?
Yes, I didn't like that when I played it.
What? That was the first one that introduced where you can be super tiny and super big. You guys didn't like that?
Oh, I died a lot.
That was kind of the
I really
whole
heard
thing. Was that? I guess I don't know.
And also that you can't if you think way back to Super Mario 3, like the fourth level, we called it Little Big World, where everything is like giant and you're little tiny.
Oh, right. Yeah.
We kind of had it. Was also in
forgot about
Mario
that.
64. Also had a Little Big World as well. One of my favorite levels.
And it's definitely a play on Minish Cap, where you become teeny tiny.
I love Minish Cap.
They need to make a sequel to that.
Yeah, they just need to. Well, I think it did get re-released, didn't it? On Switch Online, at least.
It's on. It's
on Switch Online. Yeah.
Yeah, if you have Nintendo Switch Online, you can play it on.
And it was also re-released on the Wii U, but
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
And on 3DS if you bought it early, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
An ambassador program.
Only if you bought it early.
if
Then from the Super Mario group, I have one comment from Christopher Hodgkins. I love getting those Wonder Flowers in each stage because you never know what craziness is going to happen. It's true.
Truth.
True that.
And from the official Laser Time community, from Lance Christopher, we got through about 2 worlds of it and fell off due to other games. I really keep meaning to go back, but just haven't found the time. It was a real blast to play in the breath of fresh air 2D Mario needed. Super charming and snappy art style and visuals, animation. Nintendo can make some questionable choices sometimes, but when they get it right, it's wonderful.
I did think it was pretty. Like we didn't really talk about like the art or the animation of it, but I did think it was sharp, it was bright, it was colorful, it was fun. It did look good.
And they added completely new animations for all of the characters. Like they did like where you'd like lose your hat in the pipe and all that. Like that was a pretty big deal. Like I felt like it really added a lot of life to the 2D Mario stuff, even though as much as I like the new Super Mario Brothers stuff, it was pretty much looked the same. Everyone did, except for it was a little brighter.
And they took the time to like make some new power-ups, to animate those power-ups. So yeah, I think it looked really good.
From Paul Duffy, the final level is a wonderful fever dream. I don't think I saw the final level. I know I didn't. What am I saying?
Level?
The Bowser level? No.
Oh, maybe. I was thinking maybe the secret level they meant. Maybe they didn't mean the Bowser level.
Oh, I thought they maybe meant the level right
The Knuckle one?
before the Bowser level.
That's
Or the level of the Bowser level, yeah, that Trey was talking about, where we have all the best hits come back.
Oh yeah, they probably were talking about that. Then because I know like with Super Mario, the hell is the 3D World, they have like a level that is really long and hard where you in the very end of the game that I never played, but
oh yeah,
that's what I was thinking of. Okay, I guess the final level in Super Mario Wonder is like you have to use badges or something. I just see right here. I found.
Is it like a special world one or something?
Yeah, a badge. It's called a badge marathon.
Yeah, you got to use them all, I think.
That looks insane. I'm watching it right
Oh,
now.
that's fun. Yeah, we
I
did.
feel like all those special levels were just made in Mario Maker.
Oh yeah, I was actually going to say that.
I got the same vibe.
Yeah,
I'm sure you guys heard this also, right? That the developers said that they were like, because this came out like after Mario Maker 2, and they're kind of like, well, Mario Maker 2 has all this weird shit, and it's like, where do we really go from here? And that's kind of why they decided to go in the direction of like the seeds with the effects and all that sort of thing. Because it's like,
cool.
how do you outdo like Mario? Just because there's so many levels on there,
Yeah.
How do you feel about it? But that was kind of like we have to do something different, and that's kind of where they went. That at least that's what I remember.
Well, and from playing like a shit ton of Mario Maker, like I do feel that the kind of consensus of playing other people's levels is they're short, they hit you hard, there's some kind of crazy mechanic, you're done.
And the good ones are can be still with whatever what you have available to you. So.
I forgot there's a dolphin thing, so they made water a little bit more fun in this.
Oh, the dolphin kick badge or whatever.
Yeah, I did like that.
Yeah, I was like, well, this is fun for this one level, but how much water
it's not
do
super
we have
useful, but
use with this?
There's the high jump badge. Oh, they're cool that the badges are there, but I just used the mushroom one almost for the whole game. So
we were hit.
That's how I play. All right, and then from Adam Foote, I just started playing this also and have been loving it. I'm playing on my legal purchase game on my MacBook, and the colors absolutely pop in the MacBook's display.
Wow.
I appreciate that, sir. I appreciate that. And from Tessa,
And then-
Opera singing King Boo is my favorite thing ever. I don't remember that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
forgot
right
about
at the
that.
end.
I love that
Yeah.
too. Yeah, quite
That was
yeah.
awesome.
I had
So
to
when
have
you're
seen it, but I
running
don't
away
remember it.
from King Boo, he's like singing opera at you, and if you turn and look at him, he's like, oh, he like, I don't know how
Okay.
to describe- you know, he's
In
like
the-
a
in the-
diva,
in the
right?
knuckle
He
level,
like,
Yes. Okay.
whoa.
in the
Now
knuckle
I do
level, he's
remember.
singing on the last. Yeah,
I think I was
yeah,
muted
that
though.
was hilarious. While we were
Oh
playing,
my
I was
gosh,
like, oh my
Mike, you
god,
gotta
he's
look it
singing
up
opera.
and listen to it with the
I
volume.
will. I won't play it, but I'll look it up.
Gold.
It's very
I'm
funny.
curious.
yeah. I wanted to. Yeah, I should try to get hold.
It's
of that
real camp. Like I do love how like kind of I don't know. It's just like a little
That's the right word, right?
goofy. Yeah, it's super camp, and I appreciate that. I appreciate them having like an art style
fun
like
with it,
that,
yeah.
like picking a direction and just leaning hard into it.
I blame the Peaches song.
But
One
we're not
from the
mad at
movie.
The songs are better in this than that. I mean, that
Oh,
song's
yeah.
like 20 seconds long.
Yeah.
You know, I guess it's like one of the.
I don't understand why that song became such a like cultural thing for that little while.
Some things just stick in your brain.
Jack Black, I guess.
You know,
I don't know.
it happens.
People like
Yeah.
it. I mean, I don't know.
All right. And then last comment to read from Eric Blank. I was super smitten with this game when I played. I often play new games for a bit and then shelf them for years only to finish them ages later, maybe. But I played through Super Mario Wonder in probably a week. So much character and new and interesting mechanics. I enjoyed it more than most games I played in recent memory, and the last boss is freaking great.
Yeah, the last boss is great. It made me wish that the rest of the, like I said, it just made me wish like the rest of the bosses were leading up to that a little bit
That's
more
great.
because it was so good.
No, that's completely fair. All right. And then before we go to Shelf Stacker Box, I want to give away a Steam code. And your Steam code today is for Disco Elysium.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's
good game.
Should play that one day,
That's
actually.
what
And
I've heard. I have it, but I haven't played
me
it.
too. Well, copies, actually, on two different computer programs.
I really
Epic
wanted to see
and
if
Steam.
it runs better on Switch too.
And the code is TC2TAJ35AYW9EL8. That is your Steam code for Disco Elysium. Hopefully someone gets to enjoy that.
Nice.
I try to give away a code every main episode. So every week I give away.
That's cool.
Do people tell you when they get the code, or do they message you about it?
Some people do when it doesn't work because I keep the code. Like I delete it, but I keep the picture for a little bit.
Yeah.
I've been able to correct it a couple times. I think maybe I don't know. There were some issues, but some people do, but not usually. But I know that it gets claimed because I've had people who go back through old episodes and have tried them just because he's like, yeah, somebody claimed them.
Oh, okay.
So-
Nice.
We give away Steam codes sometimes too, and I'm always like, hey, if you got it, like, please tell us that you
Let
got
me
it.
know.
You know? And most of the time, people do. They
I just never. I should try that, but no. I'm just like, here you go. Have a Steam code. You listen to the episode quickly. Thank you.
we're just dying for feedback, from fans. We just want somebody to talk to us.
I just get the fans to be on the show.
Sure. Well, I've done that too.
That's what at this point. I just have people that are like, hey, you like the show? Come on, be on it. I'm an episode. So
Sure.
I mean, that's how I met Joseph.
Mm-hmm.
You commented on YouTube, and then we become friends after that. Literally, that's all it was. Trey, what group did we meet in? Was it Giant Bomb?
Laser Time.
Laser Time. Okay. Couldn't.
You were doing an episode about X-Men Mutant Apocalypse on Super Nintendo, and I love that game, so I commented on that. But I think the first
that's
one I
such a
did
fun game.
was with Alyssa, right? On Super Mario Sunshine.
Yes.
Was first.
Yes.
2 to 3 years ago. I looked it
Well,
up. It was 2022.
It was either Sunshine or Perfect Dark. Those were like
It was
two
Sunshine.
of the first ones that I did on here, and I had to leave early too because I had to work that day. But whatever, shit happens.
Yeah, it does.
Stupid.
All right, then we should go to Shelf Stacker Box. And Joseph, why don't you lead us in?
I'm going back and forth on this one, but I think I'm going to put this on the shelf. I did have a lot of fun with this game. I think it's a well-developed game. There are some issues, as we mentioned, like the bosses and maybe not using a lot of the mechanics more often than they should. But I still think this is a very solid Mario game. I think it is better than the new Super Mario Bros. Series. But yeah, so I give this a big recommendation. And just want to say also that I also got a heavy vibe of Super Mario Land 2 but while playing this game, which is my personal favorite Mario game. So that probably just adds to why I enjoy this so much.
There was some, I'm sure there was some references to that too. There was like Jess pointed it out. There's like the goo that you swim through,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like Mario Land
I haven't
2.
seen that since then, and that was
Yeah.
really exciting. It's like, oh my gosh, like a return of a mechanic from when I was a kid.
Yeah. Stuff that, they definitely pulled from a lot of things.
Okay. And Alyssa,
I think I'm gonna box it. I don't know. I feel like it's for me. It's
You
like
didn't
a
like it?
one and done.
Okay.
No, I liked it, but I feel like it's a one and done. Which I honestly feel that way with a lot of the other Mario games too that we talked about on here, like the multiplayer ones. Like I feel like you can go through the game and once it's done, you're just like, like there's better
Fair.
games to play.
Okay, I'll go next. I'm gonna put this on the shelf. For my 3 days, I really enjoyed it. I'll never go back, but it's just me. But yeah, I had a great time. I did not realize how much I needed a Mario in my life. So yeah, I had a great time playing through this game. It's going on the shelf, and I'm really glad that due to random circumstances, I finally played through.
Yeah. Do you want to? I mean,
And Trey.
I'm with Alyssa, and you might be with me too.
Box it, bitch.
Box it.
Yeah.
Because I mean it. Yeah, I liked it.
Sure did play it. Sure won't play it again.
Yeah, I liked it. Actually, I liked it a lot better the second time, and I'm glad that we finished it.
Yes.
But when I played it originally, I kind of wasn't really that hot on it, and it didn't have as much effects. But there were some things that I saw in Sonic Superstars before I saw them in this game. I was like, oh, I did that already in a different game. Like the stuff with the lightning when you float around in the sky.
Like maybe if I'm hanging out with my nephew and we want to do something, I might be like, you know what, Mario Wonder might be a fun thing to do with my nephew who's 6. But am I going to pick this up on my own? Nah.
Yeah, like I said, I really wanted us to finish it because I know we won't after this. So it's like we got to do it now or never. So,
Yeah.
And like I said, get it off the Switch so I can have more space for others.
All right. And I guess I into what we're talking about next week. Next week, you can hear me talk about Kirby 64. So that's next week's episode.
Oh yeah, that's a game.
I liked it actually.
Spoilers.
I liked it a lot when it came. I liked it a lot when it came out, but I returned it and it felt really slow.
I just remember the final boss. That's all I remember about that game.
That wasn't nice. I'll tell you that much.
It has a really
nice.
Doesn't it have like a really cool unlockable like shoot 'em up boss too. Like if you get all the stuff. Like
not nice.
Yeah.
It is not nice at all. You know your game is hard when I barely beat it with save states.
I beat it on a
That's a
weekend.
Kirby
I
game.
rented it in college.
Tough.
I rented it for a weekend and beat it all the way through 100%.
I rented it too back in the day and I never finished it. And it's been on my mind ever since then. And there's actually some old episodes where we talked about it and I was like, fuck it.
Games back then.
Yeah.
So that, yeah.
I like the Curbster. I will forever defend it. Even though the 64 is not one of my favorites, but I love that little bit.
No, I like Kirby games too.
They probably can't see it, but I got the Carby right here from one of those gotcha machines.
Oh.
It's from the Forgotten Land where he eats the car.
I should play that one.
I
need to play more Kirby games.
Yeah, that one was cool. We played some of that one.
I like that one a lot, and
Yeah,
I'm gonna pay the $20 for the Switch 2 extra shit.
They appreciate that. I won't, but they do appreciate it.
They know I'm a sucker for giving them money.
Oh, they have a podcast named after them. They know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's what brings us together.
And Trey, where can people find you at?
Oh yeah, you can find me at Nintendo Main, the podcast where we talk about Nintendo. And we've been talking a lot about the Switch too, because all three of us have one, and we're very excited about it. And we try to talk about new stuff every new releases every week. But we'll have developers on and indies and that sort of thing. We give away Steam codes occasionally on our show as well.
Very good show. You're one of my shows I listen to off and on. When I used to listen to podcasts more, I try to, but you're one of them. You're one of like the 3 I listen to now.
Thanks.
I just don't listen to anymore. It's just I don't drive and I don't have a job where I put it on in the background because
Yeah, it's hard. It becomes a lot harder. I used to listen to a lot more podcasts and audiobooks and everything when I used to have to commute. And now that I work from home, it's a lot harder.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we have 477 episodes. It's a lot to get through.
When I used to work at FedEx office and I would open up or close the store, once the doors were locked or once people weren't in, the podcast went on, I just listened to podcasts while I was cleaning up or doing all the end day bullshit.
Totally. Yeah, I used to do like an hour because I work backstage at a theater. So I would do like at least an hour and a half of steaming and pressing clothes. And it was prime podcast time.
Mm-hmm. That's when it's like perfect. And you're just like, I have to do something, but I don't like need my ear and I need to get through this. So
yeah, send me out, baby.
Mm-hmm. Right. And Trey, where can people find you at?
Oh yeah. Look up Nintendo Main. I think it's Nintendo Main on Blue Sky. It's just my name on Blue Sky, Trey Johnson. I use Blue Sky more than that other thing. But
You
you can
should.
also, if you want to support the show, patreon.com/Nintendo Podcast, and also we have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/Nintendo Podcast. So pretty much just look up the name and you'll find all the different places. I think we have a website too, Nintendo Main Podcast.
You do. This will be in the show notes.
And you can email us through there. Also, there's like a thing where you can just, it's like ask us a question.
People ever email?
I get emails from indie people.
Oh, that's cool. I really should have done that.
Companies that send us codes and stuff to review their games or whatever.
I should update an email. I don't.
Sometimes we get random listener questions, but not that often.
Okay. Great. And if you enjoyed this episode, over 800 other episodes of this podcast, you can find everything we do on Podbean. We do movies, TV shows, video games, comics. You can search on Podbean. You never know what the hell you're going to find. We do a lot of crazy ass stuff. If you want to support the show, we do have a Patreon, a little darling vote in our Patreon poll. We have 1 to 2 polls a month. Usually 2, I try. So a great way to affect the show, great way to support the show. If you want to be a part of the show, if you want to suggest things for the show, I'll someday get to. We do have a Discord. It is free to join. I'm always happy to have new voices on the show and take suggestions, and you can lurk and chat with us. It's all pretty fun. And so, yeah, join us on that. And want to give a shout out to my awesome intro and outro courtesy of Helena at Hell Has Free. You can follow her on TikTok and Instagram. Check her out and check out A Gamer Looks at 40 with Bill Tucker. And also check out absolutely the best podcast of Work in Progress. They talk about the MCU movies and MCU. And please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, YouTube, audio only, all the rate and reviews of regular podcast. I think that's everything I need to say. So we will see you guys all next time. Bye, everybody.
Wowie zowie. Bye.
Cheers.